So I was asking her, like, after the 15, you know, like, what was your strategy? What did Pete tell you? And then right then you came up. So
I'm sorry. What?
I was just asking her what the strategy was. What were you guys thinking after the 15?
Yeah, I mean, she was very disappointed in the 15. You know, she ran to win, and you know, that was our race plan. You know, for her to try to really take it out. You know, with that last 600-700, and she executed it. She just got beat, and you know, so it was hard for her, and you know, because that's the race that you know, she felt she could win, and so it took a couple days for her really to recover emotionally from it. But as any runner knows and coach, you know, it's the best therapy is to just get back on the starting line and to race again. And the 5K, she felt really good in the semifinal, and so you know the page was turned, and you know she put the 1500 behind her, and we were able to approach this 5K final with really. You know, she had a fresh head, and she still felt pretty good. And so we gave her a plan that we thought maximized her potential. And we knew, obviously, Ayana and Obiri, you know, that probably sparks were going to fly up front. And you know, we weren't quite sure. Sifan just doesn't have a lot of 5Ks, so it's pretty uncharted territory for us. But you know, when we talked about how the race would unfold, it almost unfolded exactly the way we thought it would, and Sifan stuck right with the race plan, and she executed perfectly and came away with the medal.
Yes. Awesome. So I was a little bit surprised. She's kind of sort of pushing that second group.
Well, that was okay. We said she could, as long as there was some other people, as long as there was a group, and we knew there would be a second group there. That if she felt it wagging a little bit, she could move it along. You know, like we wanted, you know, we wanted to also her to keep her eyes up front too. And,
okay, something happens.
Yeah, because you know, with Ayana or Obiri or both, you know, it's when they're going that tough. Then
right.
We're not just running just for bronze. You know, let's try to maximize the best race that she can. So you know, if we said if it was going to slow down a little bit and she's feeling good, she can move. But we just didn't want her blasting out, you know, just trying to catch those two alone. But it was okay for her to keep the pace honest.
What was it like when she joined the group? When she's so talented, was that easy to take her on, hard? And you got to manage other people in the group like Shannon. I mean, it's obviously gone very well, but
yeah, I mean, it's been great. I mean, it's every new athlete has their own challenges, and they bring something, you know, they bring something positive to the group, and it's gone quite well, and she's a young athlete. You know, what we found, you know, she's experiencing everything new, and the workouts and all these sort of things, and we're learning a lot about Sifan as well. Some workouts work great, some don't. She gets pretty upset after bad races that, you know, we weren't quite expecting. That takes a little bit more work to work through that, but she's doing a better job with every single week. You know, expectations are.
Sifan was looking for you. She said the dope. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Now she had the doping thing, and afterwards, I think she's going to be brought back to the warming up.
Thank you. Okay.
And then at 10, she needs to be at the press conference. And I'll try to bring her there.
Thank you. Okay.
So a reminder for you.
I will. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's one of those things where any program or any coach will know that every new athlete is, even though they might be coming, if you're a college coach, they're coming from high school, or if they're switching pro programs, you have to learn about that athlete almost all over again, and the athlete has to grow within the program too. And she's done a really good job. I mean, this has been a tough year for her. Big transition, moving these states, joining the Oregon Project. Expectations are super high for our team, and so but she's risen to it, and obviously tonight was the culmination of that. We're really, really pleased.
yeah, it should be. And the team, Alberta didn't come. Are you taking over more responsibility? Like, what's in the past? I thought you had certain athletes, and he kind of headed the athletes. But are you gonna come back to these things, or are you gonna take more of a role?
Yeah, no, I expect so. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's just, you know, he's chose just to stay home on this one, and that's fine. And Alberta will work really closely together. You know, we talk every day, and I'm the point on a handful of athletes, and he's the point on a handful of athletes, but we truly do work together. It's a team effort, from our strength coach to our sports psychologist to our massage therapist. It's mean, we're all just really hands-on and really working together and communicating well and just saying, hey, how do we get each athlete to rise to the top?
Yeah, so who was advising Mo here? Were you talking to Mo, or is he calling back to Alberto?
Alberto, yeah. Alberto's writing Mo's workouts, and it's obviously, Mo is in former Mo with the UK team, so he's got, David and Neil and those.
But I mean, like, once he's here, are you giving him strategy, or just Mo just handle it on its own, or how?
No, I mean, Mo's, the guy knows what he needs to do. At some point, an athlete gets to that level where less is more, right? But what are you going to do? You're not going to give a guy like Mo Farah a pep talk going into the
I didn't know if he needed it or not. He's a human being. I figured maybe not.
It's one of those things where you're there, right? Our team is there for our support staff, whatever he needs and so forth. It's really just making sure he's good to go and he has all the things that he needs. And he's such a competitor. I mean, we know he's going to get out on the track. And he's just going to absolutely put everything he's got out there.
Yeah, what do you think happened in the 5K last night?
He just got beat. Edris ran an incredible race. Mo ran an incredible race. I was able to finally go back and watch it again this morning. I was standing kind of at the front where you can kind of just see him coming at you.
On the straight?
Yeah, or a little bit off the side, so I couldn't really see, and I thought maybe Mo was boxed. But he had a bit of a he had a lane. They made a mistake of almost
about 50 to go. I thought he was going to win.
Yeah,
I'd open up and I'm like, oh, I think he's going to come through here.
It's Mo.
Yeah,
I think everybody expected he was going to win. But it just goes to show you how tough the 5K is, and it always has been for the last 10 medals. They've all been that great. And it just
took it for granted, right?
Yeah, we never took it for granted, even until
I think the rest of us did. But.
Yeah, he never did, and he's had to fight for every one of them that hard. And he's such a champion that even, he knew that he was, I know he was tired going into that. I saw him in a hotel, a couple days before or after the 5K semifinal late at night, and he's like, I'm really tired. He's like, I'm beat down. I mean, he's really, really tired, but the way he ran was just amazing, They were flying, weren't they? I mean, the last lap was, it was maybe
52.
Yeah.
52-3, I think.
They looked like a 48. I mean, they were just going so fast.
Yeah, because Mo was thinking at first when it came through, because he doesn't see the race, and he's like, I think they sacrificed Kajelka for me. Then you rewatch it, Edris pretty much went with him. So I don't think they'd have it. I think he just ran a better last lap than Mo. But they both were there, so Mo has to key up both of them.
Maybe, maybe they did. Maybe maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. But hats off to them to working together. It's if they
think it helped.
They're going to do whatever they're going to do to
One of them doesn't beat him, maybe the other one.
Yeah, I mean it's that's racing, and sometimes you rely on teammates to kind of help you along and so forth. And it's Oregon Project is we've helped each other out there in races and past before, so it's racing.
Mo said he thought he was in sub 26:40 shape, like 5K PR shape, like a week ago.
Yeah.
You think he'll try to run fast in Zurich?
Well, it's
why is that one on the schedule?
Well,
I mean, he could have ended here, right?
Yeah.
So we figure, at least amongst journalists, like, he's got to run. He's running Zurich for a reason, or is it just he likes racing and wants to run a couple more races, or is he going to try to do something really special time-wise, or just wants to go out with a win, or what do you think is going to happen there?
Well, I think that remains to be seen, and Alberto and Mo will talk, and Mo will establish what the goals that he wants from that, but. I think that Mo's never really been about running fast times. I mean, there's a few occasions where at pre or so forth, they'll pick a couple races, but Mo's a championship runner. He runs to win, and he's given everything he can to win. For the UK, and he's done everything he can for the Oregon Project, and the guy hates losing more than he loves winning. He's just so driven, and so I think maybe running fast times. There's always something that every track and field athlete wants to do, but I think Mo's true passion is to win. And so, if Zurich shapes up, being that it's a Diamond League final, those things aren't always as fast as maybe years past when it was a different sort of format. So. We'll see. I'm sure we'd love it if it got pushed along and it was moving along. It was great to see how fast it was.
Was Galen's success in the marathon? convince Mo can be a tremendous marathoner, or how do you view that?
I wouldn't, I'm not going to doubt Mo on anything.
All right.
I mean, the guy's, in my view, and I know this is up for argument, I think he's the greatest distance runner ever. I'm sure that there's many people who disagree with me, and that's fine. Yeah, but I'm a student.
He's definitely in the discussion.
Yeah, but I'm a student of the sport too, and I have an opinion on it too.
Right.
And for me, as a coach and as somebody who's grown up in the sport since a child, times don't mean as much to me as winning. And the Oregon Project is about, is about winning, and I think, and that's what's, and for us, we think competition in sports, it's, look, when the Patriots win the Super Bowl or, so forth, it's the W that matters. It's the score isn't quite really what matters, and I think Mo sees it that way, and we see it that way. And when I think of the greatest ever, I think of Mo, and I think with a marathon, I'm not going to put anything past that guy. Sure, he didn't run that great, running 2:08 in London a few years ago, but he's going to learn from that, and he's going to make adjustments from that. And he's got pretty young legs, clearly. He's running really well now. I don't see any reason why he can't run incredibly fast and win some.
I feel like there's this perception, he won't be good at the marathon, but he's only run one. He did pretty good. And Turgot, Gebrselassie, Bekele have all run, eventually, not necessarily right off the bat, tremendous marathon.
Turgot, I think, went out and broke a world record, and I think Turgot probably opened up with a 2:08 as well, right? So, look, these guys are champions. They're great runners. Same reason why Galen has been a great marathoner.